Hey guys, I just wanted to make a separate video about this since I think this would deserve a separate video. I think Newdlez is going to come after Sashley. I think Newdlez is stalking Sashley right now. I think Newdlez is planning revenge against Sashley and is going to do something. Newdlez is going to do a bunch of stuff that I cannot say on YouTube. Newdlez is planning to, in other words, have his way with Sashley again. This time it's going to be more brutal because he wants revenge and stuff, and he's angry, and he has resentment and envy. Newdlez has basically been in the shadows this whole time, stalking Sashley. Newdlez is basically like Jeff the Killer. He has a knife and stuff. Newdlez has a beer bottle and a knife and a hoodie. He is like Jeff the Killer. He talks to himself all the time because he's crazy. He's went crazy over the years. He's went insane. He's crazy. Like my nigga, Newdlez is going to do something, my nigga. I'm saying nigga, he's gonna do something, nigga. He's gonna do something, nigga. Newdlez is just a crazy, creepy psychopath now. I don't know what happened to Newdlez. He lost his mind. The bodies in the suits. Now the murderer is on the loose. I don't know what's gonna happen when Newdlez arrives. I don't know if anybody is going to prevent Newdlez from getting to Sashley. I think IlyHermo is gonna have to defend Sashley in some type of way. Despite the fact that IlyHermo isn't engaged with Sashley and is basically sitting in the cuck chair right now, he's gonna defend Sashley against Newdlez. This in turn is gonna have Newdlez x IlyHermo. Is basically when, like, Newdlez takes advantage of IlyHermo. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's going to happen. Newdlez is going to do something to IlyHermo, and it's going to happen very soon. It's because IlyHermo is going to have to prepare for unforeseen consequences. It's because the only way to stop Newdlez from stalking Sashley, the only way to stop Newdlez from getting to Sashley is that IlyHermo sacrifices himself in front of Newdlez, and Newdlez takes IlyHermo, which then in turn takes the Newdlez x IlyHermo ship. Basically, the trade-off here is that Newdlez is basically trading Sashley for IlyHermo. That's basically the lore here, guys. That's basically the lore. That's the lore that's going on right now. It's like happening right now, but nobody like really knows about it. I don't really know what we're going to do here. I don't know. So basically what happened is that like Newdlez got betrayed, and that's why he is stalking Sashley. But what's going to happen is that IlyHermo is probably going to have to step up to cover for Sashley, and Newdlez will unfortunately take IlyHermo. Because, like, I didn't really know that Newdlez was gay. I wasn't aware that, like, Newdlez was gay for IlyHermo. This has just come as a surprise to me. Basically, Newdlez was in the UTTP and stuff. Newdlez was in the UTTP because he was friends with Moon Man. And also he was friends with, like, Purple Sacramentan. Who is UTTP Moon Man and Purple Sacramentan? Well, those people I don't actually really know. That is for another video. Purple Sacramentan had to do something with like Lyle Convoy or something, but I don't fucking know. So basically I know that Purple was actually friends with Newdlez once. Purple Sacramentan used to be friends with Newdlez before he went insane. Moon Man as well. Basically, Moon Man and Purple Sacramentan and Newdlez were all friends with each other before Newdlez went insane. But hey, those niggas are for another video. I'm not going to talk about them too much. I know Goat Cato was also in the UTTP as well as Newdlez. Basically, Newdlez and Goat Cato were basically both in the UTTP together. Basically, during the World War II of the Gotcha, World War II Gotcha Fall Anti-Gacha Sure Base 12. Goat Cato and Newdlez were actually romantic partners, if you don't believe that. At the time, Newdlez and Goat Cato, basically ranging from 2020 to 2022, were basically dating. Which begs the question is that if Newdlez was cheating on Sashley with Goat Cato, which actually explains why Goat Cato and Sashley had a fight. And that is exactly why Goat Cato and Sashley and Goat Cato had a conflict and a fight. It's all because of Newdlez being a master manipulator pulling the strings. Newdlez basically turned the hoes against each other, and that's what he did. He was cheating on Sashley with Goat Cato and basically turned them against each other. I mean, if you logically think about it, that's basically what happened. It's really not too hard to believe. I mean, if you really think about it for a second, it really does make sense. Which begs the question is that if Goat Cato and IlyHermo have to do with something with each other. Okay, because you see how it's all connected, that Goat Cato actually has something... that Goat Cato actually has something to do with IlyHermo, and that IlyHermo actually has to do with something with Sashley and Newdlez has to do something with Goat Cato. So Goat Cato actually has something to do with IlyHermo and Newdlez and Sashley all at the same time. So basically, IlyHermo, Goat Cato, Newdlez, and Sashley have basically enlisted into the UTTP. All of them have fought in the anti-gacha war of Surebase 12. All of these niggas are anti-gacha veterans. Okay, so now that I have provided, all the history and the context, you can see why, now Newdlez is stalking Sashley. Newdlez is, stalking Sashley because he's, jealous of Polybius. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days. Okay, so I think I've, summarized, I think I've explained a lot of things here, so I think I'm just going to draw my conclusion now. I'm going to be wrapping up the video, but I'm going to, draw my conclusion and basically everything I've said. Okay, so, as we know, as we've talked about, Newdlez is probably coming after Sashley. There's just a lot of stuff that actually just, happened and stuff. And I know that, I know Newdlez has this, resentment and stuff that he's held on for, years. It's actually insane. He's went insane. He's a crazy psychopath. He's basically Jeff the Killer, and he's coming after Sashley. Any alternatives of stopping this would be IlyHermo sacrificing himself. And I don't know, maybe it might happen. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Newdlez is literally coming. I don't know what to do. He just Newdlez is stalking Sashley. It's out of my control. Okay, so yeah, that's basically all I really have to say. That's it. Newdlez is just that's what Newdlez is doing. He's walking through the streets with a hood on, a knife and a beer bottle, and he's whispering to himself like a lunatic. I don't know what to say. That's it. That's what he's doing right now. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all I really have to say. That's all I 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 have to say. Okay, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. All right, that's it.